Fear. An unpleasant emotion caused by belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain, or a threat. Every day we wake up fearful of something. We worry about our physical appearance. We worry about arriving on time. Well, some of us. We worry about those we care about, and even about those who don't know our first name. But wait, the question is, where do all these fears come from?
Can you tell me what you're scared of?
Really loud noise. These are engines and thunderstorms. No, I'm scared of popping balloons.
These stories conjured in our minds become more vivid, potentially turning into the anxieties of our adulthood. For example, a fear of going to the doctor turns into fear of medical bills. Fear of monsters turns into fear of criminals. Fear of bad dreams turns into a fear of unfulfilled dreams. Eventually, we discover our fear of the unknown, a common underlying trait for anxiety. For some of us, this translates to August 21st, 2017.
Okay, so what were you most intimidated by coming to LT?
I'm trying to make friends. The different people from all the schools coming together, everything.
Probably how big the campus was.
All the new people I didn't know.
That I would have to take on a new high school identity.
The idea of having to take finals.
Size of the grade and homework load.
As days blended into weeks and then into months, 167 days later, we have conquered and overcome these worries that once haunted the final days of summer. Now at the end of our freshman year, we have not only survived, but thrived, and lo and behold, there are things to be proud of and excited about.
Now my favorite part of LT is I have friends in every single class that I talk to. There's more of a sense of community than I thought there would be.
There's definitely a lot more independence with even the schoolwork.
Just meeting new people and making relationships.
Meeting so many new people and making new friends.
I think it was really great to meet all the new people.
Getting to meet new people, meeting all the new people from the different middle schools.
We have to remember we are the authors of our fears, vivid and fabricated fantasies to protect us from danger. Yet these stories can consume us and restrain us from our full potential. You must become the reader of your story. Edit it, make it yours. Add new chapters and exciting adventures. Fear is when you're watching a scary movie and you know something is about to pop out and scare you, but it never does, so you just keep waiting for it to happen. Fear is taking the first step on a crack you'll break your mom's back way too literally and having to focus on where you step each time you go for a walk. Fear is not knowing whether or not someone is being rude or just sarcastic, so you constantly wonder how they feel about you. Fear is fear. It is the driving force of a human nature to protect us and drive us to face unexpected challenges. It is not about not being afraid, but instead about feeling the fear and doing it anyways.